Hey guys, welcome to Ancient Greece today. Remember, we've been learning about Greece that is inside what continent? Do you guys remember? Europa, Europe, right? Okay, down at the bottom of Europe is Greece. We've been learning about the Parthenon, which was to the Greek god Athena, right? And they had a lot of different fake false gods inside Greece, right? So we learned about the Parthenon. You'll look at that a little bit more later on this week. We learned about the, remember their clothes, the shaitans, okay? We learned about the architecture, the columns inside of Greek already. We've learned about these. Remember the columns? Okay, what they wore. The agora, the marketplace. You guys remember it's called an agora, the market. Like we have Cox and Holes our mercado. Well, they had the agora. Okay. You remember the seas? So we had the Aegean Sea, the Ionian Sea, the Mediterranean Sea are all right there. And we have Athens and Sparta. Sparta were the crazy soldados, right? The guerreros, right? Okay, so today I wanted to tell you about their dramas too, okay? For entertainment, the Greeks had teatro, okay? They had theater, we call it in English, theater, where they had actores. They didn't have actrices, only actores. They only had actors, we call them in English, only men, okay? But they had two different types of dramas. They had comedy and tragedia, tragedy. Comedy and tragedy. Okay, but it was only men that played these parts. So you know what they would do? They would sometimes put the masks on like this. And I'm going to show it to you when I cut out the things. So they put the masks on one here and one back here. And then they just flipped it. Okay, so after you do your masks today, find a creative way. Try to find a creative way to connect these two. Maybe with strips of paper or something like that right here, you can glue it on. Try to connect these two. I want to see your creativity if you can do it. Connect these two so where you can just intercambiar them when you need to use the happy part and when you need to use the sad part. So the Greeks were famous for this, famosos for this. The tragedies and the comedies, okay, in their teatros. They had teatros outside that were huge. Let me show you a picture of one of them, okay? They were huge, and there were thousands of people that would come and still be able to hear everything happening at the bottom of the theater, okay? So, because of their architectura. So, what are you going to do today? You're going to need these pieces of paper that have these masks on them and your people. What you're going to do with the people is I just want you to see how they're dressed. Okay, remember that these are their shaitans, the togas. Okay, these are the women dress. These are the men dress. So you're just going to cut them out and then glue them on a piece of paper and then cut them out again because that makes them sturdy and makes them stronger. Okay, we don't have to see the color of the paper. The blue piece of paper for me is only, it doesn't have to be blue, it could be whatever color you have. But the piece of paper for me is just to make it stronger. Make sure you color these, you guys. Not because I think you're two, I know you're big kids. But when you color things now, you can be working on being an artist. Because you can color it in a way that is realistic. And that's a great exercise in observation, okay? So, look, it's going to look white right there, but then I'm going to color it. But on the back, it looks blue because it just makes it stronger, okay? So you do that with a man and a woman. And then you cut out your masks. And I already cut mine out to make this video faster for you guys. But how are you going to cut out the eyes and the mouth? Look. Fold it just like that a little bit and just cut, like a little fold right there. That gives you the opportunity to get your scissors into the hole and then to cut the eye out, okay? I'll show you that another time too. Okay, so there's one eye. So how do I do it? I just double it a little bit and boop. Okay, like that. And then that'll get my scissors in there and then I can cut around it. Because you don't want to just be like stabbing the scissors through it like it's a cuchillo. Because then you're going to cut your hand or something. So be careful, please. And then you're going to do the mouth the same way. Okay. Make sure you color your masks as well. They wouldn't wear them, well, actually they did wear some of them white. But anyway, you gotta color these parts at least. Okay, so here's my happy mask. Okay, cool. Come on, have fun with it. It's cool, it's fun. Okay, let's cut out our sad mask too. And then we'll be done for the day. But you want to keep these for your video. It'd be fun to see it in your video at the end of the week that you put your cool mask on. So maybe your mom or dad or Tia or Tio can help you connect the two. So you can just have them both on your head. That's what they used to do. They used to have one mask on the back of their head and one mask on the front of their head, and then just switch it when it was a happy part and when it was a sad part. And thankfully we don't live in those times now because the girls can be actresses. But back then they only let the men do it. They only let the men do a lot of things because they also only let the men do sports for the Olympics. But now women do those too. Okay, now here's my sad one. Okay, sad, happy, comedy, tragedia, tragedy. And we are done for today. The ancient Greeks and their theater. Okay, comedy and tragedy. There you go. Have a great day.